Protecting the vote. Madison leaders join in on a national day of action fighting laws making it harder for everyone to cast a ballot and finding a way to heal. How the United Nations is working to help the community move forward after a deadly shooting at its casino complex. Plus, years of hard work pay off inside Camp Randall as thousands of Badgers take their seats for a commencement ceremony unlike anything you've ever seen before.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. When Congressman and civil rights icon John Lewis died last year, his legacy of fighting didn't go with him. That's why groups across the U.S. today came together to protect and improve voting rights, even right here in Madison. Gabriella Becerra joins us now to explain what local and state leaders say needs to change to make voting less restrictive. Gabby?
Well, Amanda, even if you have the right to vote, there can be barriers that make it challenging to actually cast a ballot. Voter rights advocates are trying to remove some of those barriers on the local, state, and national levels. After centuries of laws and amendments to make voter rights more equal, advocates say there's still work to be done.
It would be good if all of us across the United States have equal rights to vote, regardless of our zip code, regardless of our state.
Ernestine Moss says our country would be a step closer to it if Congress passes 3 acts: the For the People Act, the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, and the Washington, D.C. Admissions Act.
If not us, then who? And if not now, then when?
Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says this issue hits home, where a debate over the legality of absentee ballot drop-off boxes is going through the legislature.
The legislature wants to they literally want us to rip those ballot boxes out of the ground. But we're not going to.
Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes says Wisconsin's highest leaders won't let any bills restricting voting rights on the state level make it past their desks.
That's because elections matter. We elected Tony Evers, who's going to veto any sort of voting infringement legislation that comes on his desk. And I'm going to be sitting across his shoulder, making sure that it gets vetoed.
Advocates say you can help too by calling the people you voted into office and demand they protect that power.
The power is with the vote. And if we lose that, we have no power. Our voice is our vote, and our vote is our voice, and we need to keep it.
Mayor Rhodes Conway proclaimed today as the John Lewis Voting Rights Day of Action in Madison. And to learn more about the acts that were mentioned, you can visit our website, channel3000.com.
Thank you so much, Gabby. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
And we had sunshine to start the day today, and then the clouds started moving this afternoon, but the rain is still pretty much staying to our south. If you take a look at the time-lapse from the WIC Skycam looking off toward the southwest, you can see we have mostly sunny skies this morning. Then the skies started to cloud up this afternoon, and while it looks a little bit darker to the south, we haven't had any rain here in the Madison area. But to the south, there are some showers right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, a widespread area of rain, and even some thunderstorms just to our south. But the northern edge of that gets right about to the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, and north of there, most areas have been dry. Last night, with the dry air, temperatures dropped off to 30 in Madison. That was only 4 degrees above a record low temperature. And to our northwest, temperatures were in the 20s with a hard freeze there. High temperatures were in the lower to middle 50s through most of the southern part of the state, and now those temperatures are dropping off into the middle 40s thanks to the cloud cover. Notice to the northeast, where there has been some clearing, temperatures are in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Rainfall amounts from the rain that will fall probably less than 1/10 of an inch in most areas. The heavier rain will stay to our south, so Mother's Day will be cloudy but mainly dry, just a slight chance for a shower. High temperature topping out at 58 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for frost as we head into Monday night.
Thank you, Gary. After an intensely difficult year caring for patients, nurses are asking for something from us. They're asking for their voices to be heard, bringing their concerns to the Capitol, struggles that the pandemic has only amplified. At a rally today, local nurses told us they need more PPE and staffing to keep up with the workload. UW Health nurses, in particular, are again calling on the administration to recognize a union, including recent nursing school graduate Ian Tadaro.
I think it's important for nurses to have a seat at the table, to have a voice in the care that they give. I learned in nursing school that we must truly be advocates for our patients day in and day out, but also I realized during the pandemic we need to be advocates for ourselves as well. So that's why I'm here today instead of at Camp Randall for graduation.
In a statement, UW Health says leaders and staff nurses have been working together directly and collaboratively to meet the needs of our patients while following all state laws on collective bargaining. Nearly 37% of Wisconsin's population is fully vaccinated against COVID-19. More than 44% of Wisconsinites have had at least one shot. 27,000 doses were administered around the state yesterday. DHS is reporting 525 new cases of the virus over the past day. That's slightly below the 7-day average. 20 more people have died. The European Union is planning to have billions of coronavirus vaccines. Today, the EU secured 1.8 billion doses of Pfizer's shots. Officials expect to have all of the shots by 2023. But they're not stopping there. The EU Commission president says they're making plans to purchase large supplies of vaccines from other companies as well. Meanwhile, India's COVID surge continues to break pandemic records. The country is reporting 4,100 deaths over the past day, as well as 401,000 infections. It's India's third day in a row with at least 400,000 new cases. India's total number of cases now tops 21 million. The Oneida Nation continues to heal tonight, 1 week after a deadly restaurant shooting at its casino complex. Today, the tribe hosted a public tobacco burning ceremony to honor the people who were taken in that shooting. Our news partners at WLUK in Green Bay take us to that ceremony.
Deb Holster and her mother, Pat Peterson, came to the Oneida powwow grounds because they want to help the community heal.
What has happened there in this past week has been so tragic. And the Oneida Nation, they're a very peaceful people.
We're all brothers and sisters. Yeah, we all are one people. We all should help and support each other. And
Oneida Nation Chairman Dahasi Hill says many people like Polster come to pray and help heal the community's spirits. During the tobacco burning ceremony, the cameras turned off to respect the nation's sacred words. Hill says the message told while cameras are off holds a strong meaning.
Again, the words in the ceremony that were translated are very meaningful for our community, and so for them to hear it and be reminded that that we're all here to help one another, I think goes a long ways.
During the ceremony, several eagles, including a bald eagle, flew overhead.
Almost anticipated, I guess I should say. It's very meaningful for us. Eagle is a very significant animal in our culture, and with that great vision to notify the chiefs of any harm that might be coming so that we can prepare and take action.
Hill says it's uplifting to see so many community members at the ceremony.
We just felt like we wanted to be part of it.
Rick and Pam Smith were happy to be in the crowd.
Yeah, I love that the community is invited to this and try to learn as much about the Oneida tradition as we can and culture. But I think I will feel much better after leaving here today. I think it's a needed process.
Hill says the tobacco burning tradition moves away negative energy so the nation can really begin the healing process.
Yesterday, the State Department of Justice identified the 3 Green Bay police officers who shot and killed the suspected shooter, 62-year-old Bruce Pofall. Investigators say Pofall was fired from his job at the casino's restaurant back in March. New tonight, the family of George Floyd is praising news that the 4 former ex-Minneapolis police officers connected to Floyd's death will face federal charges. 3 of the former cops were indicted in federal court yesterday. Former officer Derek Chauvin was also indicted, but he's already in jail awaiting sentencing after being convicted of murder in a separate state trial. Floyd's family attorney Ben Crump says the new charges give them hope justice will be served.
You knew watching that video that they had violated George Floyd's constitutional right to life when they prevented him from taking a breath for 9 minutes and 29 seconds while those officers kept their knee on his neck.
Tao, J. Alexander Kyung, and Thomas Lane appeared in front of a grand jury with their attorneys via video conference yesterday. The judge released the 3 men on $25,000 bonds. They are still facing state charges of aiding and abetting second-degree murder and manslaughter. Federal officials are investigating after a cyber attack forced the temporary shutdown of one of the nation's largest pipelines. It happened yesterday to the Colonial Pipeline, which transports more than 100 million gallons of gas and other fuel each day from Houston to the New York harbor. Since taking office, President Biden has said he's concerned about vulnerabilities in America's critical infrastructure. Former President Obama announced today the death of former first dog, Bo. In an Instagram post, Obama called Bo a true friend and loyal companion. The first family got the Portuguese water dog shortly after moving into the White House. Obama had promised to get his daughters a pet in return for the time he spent on the road during his campaign. The Obamas say Bo was battling cancer. Still ahead at 10, Gary has your first one forecast. Plus, it's been a crazy time in college for the newest Badger alums, just maybe not for the reasons they imagined. We catch up with some of them on graduation day next.
It's the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $199.99, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. That's why US Cellular doesn't have any hidden requirements. So you can get the latest phone with no activation fees, required phone trade-ins, or anything like that. That's all there is to it. Get a Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. The nationwide network built from your town up. US Cellular.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
It's the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $199.99, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Hi, folks. We have a special show Monday on News 3 Now this morning. We're live at the Memorial Union to mark the reopening of the terrace to the public.
Help us celebrate the return of summer on the terrace. We'll see you starting at 4:30 Monday for News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
This is a look at the east exterior wall of Granger Hall tonight on UW-Madison's campus. The School of Business is putting on a light show celebrating each of the 1,087 graduating business students. The show features each of the graduates' names as well as some of their favorite memories at UW. It still doesn't look like what we're used to, but after UW-Madison canceled last year's spring, summer, and winter commencement ceremonies, students returned inside Camp Randall today to celebrate their accomplishments. Even though the stands were empty, Christina Laurie shows us why the hearts of so many Badgers are still very full.
This weekend is all about celebrating the class of 2021, so we thought it would be most fitting to hear from these new Badger grads in their own words.
I love the people. I love the culture around UW.
It's a crowdless Saturday inside the stadium.
I've loved my time here, and it's bittersweet to be done.
Camp Randall once again put to use, celebrating thousands of new graduates.
I think everybody is smart, everybody is dedicated, but also has fun. I think that's the perfect balance.
No matter what happens, you're going to have a great time here.
As many get ready to leave Madison, they're leaving behind memories.
Seeing the stadium filled with people, all the time I spent at the terrace.
Ian's Pizza, I think that was my favorite memory.
Messages for classes to come.
Expect to kind of change yourself in a good way, find friends that will last a lifetime, and I don't know, hopefully learn along the way too.
You just make your own path while you're here, and it all works out.
And taking wisdom with them.
If you want to do something, you can do it. You can make it happen, which I think is really cool, especially at a big university like this.
Congratulations, class of 2021. In Madison, Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
Today's 7,000 graduates will join the university's more than 440,000 alumni around the world. Tomorrow night on News 3 Now at 10, find out the new resources they have access to now that they're no longer students. Everyone's going to have access to the Memorial Union Terrace next week. Beginning on Monday, the Wisconsin Union is opening the Terrace, the Memorial Union, and Union South to the greater Madison community. Terrace season began last month and was limited to current UW-Madison students and staff. Safety guidelines, including mask wearing and physical distancing, will still be in place. Well, if the terrace is open, hopefully we're going to get some terrace weather coming for us soon.
Yeah, hopefully we do. And it looks like my graphics have kind of crashed here. Let's see if we can get past this. There we go. Let's pop up the radar here. We've got some showers across the far southern portion of Wisconsin, just south of Platteville. They've had some rain there during the evening hours, but really nothing north of there. The rest of this is just false echoes from the radar, just in the super sensitive mode. But farther to the south, showers and even some thunderstorms have been occurring over parts of Iowa and Illinois, and then farther to the southwest, severe thunderstorms moving through parts of Nebraska into Kansas, where severe thunderstorm and tornado watches have been issued. But we're on the northern edge of this system, and because of the fact we have a dry easterly wind flow near the ground, that's keeping our temperatures cool, but it's also keeping the air dry and making it very difficult for these showers to reach the ground. Three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for the cool weather to continue for Mother's Day. Skies will be cloudy, but it should be mainly dry. I'm not looking for much in the way of rain, maybe a couple of spotty showers. If you get one, you'll probably be in the minority. Chilly weather for Monday with high temperatures in the middle 50s, and then frost likely for Monday night with temperatures dropping off into the lower 30s. So we could see a more widespread frost again, and then mild weather will return by the end of next week with above normal temperatures by next weekend and into the start of the following week. The frost potential, because of the cloud cover tonight and even tomorrow night, low temperatures in the upper 30s, pretty much unlikely that we'll see frost, maybe just a few little patches in low-lying areas, but that Sunday night or Monday night, Tuesday morning time period, that's the time to watch as temperatures drop into the lower 30s here in Madison, and again, they could be in the upper 20s, say north of the Dells, where a hard freeze could be a possibility, but then after that, the cloud cover either goes away or we have southerly winds, and that keeps our temperatures up and no more threat for frost for the rest of the week. But tonight, freeze warnings in effect up by Rhinelander, frost advisories from Wausau to just north of Green Bay, where skies are clearing for tonight. Low temperatures last night were in the 20s for much of central and northern Wisconsin. Here in Madison, we dropped to 30 degrees. Temperatures were at or below freezing through much of the state. High temperatures were in the mid to upper 50s, a little warmer in the northern portion of the state where there was a little more sunshine. But notice to the southwest, Kansas, 80s and 90s. So there is warm air. It's just not heading in our direction. And in between, that's where these showers and thunderstorms and clouds are. And that's why, at least for the time being, we're going to stay on the cool side of things. For tomorrow, Mother's Day, look for a high of 58 degrees, cloudy skies, just a slight chance of showers south of Madison in the morning, maybe a spotty shower late in the afternoon. You can see this on Future Track. Most of the rain staying at or near the Wisconsin-Illinois state line overnight. Then tomorrow afternoon, maybe a couple of pop-up showers into tomorrow night, and then into Monday as well. But notice most of the time it'll be dry. Temperature is only reaching the middle 50s on Monday, and then we'll dry out for Monday night into Tuesday morning. That's when the temperatures drop off. Rainfall amounts where they occur will be less than 1/10 of an inch in most areas. 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures slowly start to warm up from the upper 50s on Tuesday to around 70 by Saturday and low 70s for the following week, with some shower and thunderstorm chances at that time, and it'll feel a lot more spring-like by then.
Yeah, no 90s like Kansas, but I'll take 70s.
70s is very nice for this time of year.
Thank you so much, Gary. A badger statue in the Badger State. It's been here for decades, but the U.S. Navy is trying to move it out east. We'll explain why after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy from your local Cub Cadet dealer. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
The auto show started with an idea. Honor the future of innovation while celebrating today with special auto show offers on select Ford vehicles. For generations, that's exactly what Ford has done and continues to do. Because when all is said and done, Auto Show is more than just an event. It's a step towards a better future. This auto show season, get $4,500 cash back on a 2020 Escape. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
May 10th at 10 a.m. Please join us for a moment of silence.
To recognize healthcare workers, first responders,
and others supporting us throughout the COVID crisis.
And to honor those we've lost. We will never forget.
Powering the future of Wisconsin. Coal is on the way out, making way for solar and wind.
It's not just good for the environment, it's the right decision economically for our customers.
Susan Simon shows you the plan and how it could impact your wallet. Monday at 10.
News 3 Now, your vaccine information headquarters and SSM Health are hosting Vaccine Day this Thursday, May 13th, here at Madison's Lunny Park.
And here at News 3 Now studios from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anyone and everyone is welcome to come get a shot.
When it comes to weather, only one thing really matters. Accuracy.
Only one station can be the best.
News 3 Now. First Warn Weather has the most accurate forecast, according to Weather Rate.
Count on First Warn Weather for your most accurate forecast.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
There's a standoff unfolding between the Badger State and a branch of the U.S. military, and it's all over a Badger statue that for more than 30 years has been on display inside the state capitol. But as Chris Van Cleef explains, the Navy wants it back.
The USS Wisconsin is no stranger to strife. She fought in World War II, the Korean War, and the First Gulf War, but is now in a battle over a Badger-sized piece of history that's pitting this gray lady against the Wisconsin State House.
There are generations of people who remember going to the Capitol, touching the Badger's nose. They just have this connection to it. And so it wasn't surprising at all that the state doesn't really want to give it back.
This Badger statue, featuring the Wisconsin state motto, belongs to the Navy, but since 1988 has sat outside the Wisconsin governor's office in the state capitol, where visitors rub its nose for luck. The Badger was part of the original USS Wisconsin, but that ship was scrapped after World War I. This is the new USS Wisconsin, built during World War II, the very last battleship the U.S. Navy ever built, and it could be the Badger's next home. It was crafted by a Milwaukee sculptor more than a century ago from melted-down cannonballs taken from Cuba during the Spanish-American War. When the World War I era Wisconsin was scrapped, the Badger moved to the Naval Academy before being loaned to the state of Wisconsin for a temporary exhibit. 3 decades later, Wisconsin lawmakers are in rare bipartisan agreement on where this Badger should burrow.
It's state capital in Madison, without question.
In Wisconsin.
Were you surprised by the outcry in Wisconsin?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But I totally understand it. This is a source of pride for the Badger State.
Stephen Kirkland runs the Nauticus Museum in Norfolk, Virginia, home to the USS Wisconsin, now a floating exhibit that hosts more than 370,000 a year.
We want to use the statue not just to tell the story of the Badger and the statue and the history behind it, but tell the story of this battleship and its heritage and its namesake and the state it's named for.
The Navy approved the museum's application to exhibit the Badger, but at the urging of Wisconsin lawmakers, extended the state's loan for 2 more years. After that, the statue could be heading to the floating Wisconsin. For now, a stalemate in the Badger battle of the 2 Wisconsins. For News 3 Now, I'm Chris Van Cleve.
2020 was different from 2019 in almost every way, but the most popular baby names stayed the same. The Social Security Administration released its annual list of top baby names last night. The top 3 most popular names remain the same for a second year in a row. Olivia, Emma, and Ava were the top 3 most popular girl names, and Liam, Noah, and Oliver were the most popular names for boys. Meanwhile, the SSA says the fastest growing name for boys is Zaire, and for girls, it's Avaya. 2021, that's the number of bikes that Free Bikes for Kids hopes to give away this year. The group began its summer distribution today, giving 100 bikes to nonprofit organizations and schools throughout Dane County. This year, Free Bikes for Kids is partnering with dozens of organizations working with low-income and diverse communities.
The best way to receive a bike is to reach out to your school social worker, a nonprofit organization that you maybe work with, or a church that you go to, and ask them to sign up for the Free Bikes for Kids program. We give our bicycles to those organizations who are already serving area youth.
If you have a bike you'd like to donate, the group will host collection days beginning in September. A final check of your first WARN forecast when we come back.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes, and now he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
Right now, get $500 off stressless signature base recliners or recliners with classic power, and $200 off new motorized stressless Max and Mike recliners, the latest great innovation from Stressless. Plus, get $200 off each stressless Mary and Emily sofa seat. Celebrate 50 years of stressless comfort and save at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
The Auto Show started with an idea. Honor the future of innovation while celebrating today with special Auto Show offers on select Ford vehicles. For generations, that's exactly what Ford has done and continues to do. Because when all is said and done, Auto Show is more than just an event. It's a step towards a better future. This Auto Show season, get $4,500 cash back on a 2020 Escape. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your Ford?
Sure, but the Fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the Fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Hey, Tom.
Sheila? Hey, don't take losing the Anderson business personally.
I resigned it, Tom. I guess they didn't tell you about their opossum problem.
I thought it was pronounced possum.
News 3 Now, your vaccine information headquarters.
Welcome back. This past year has asked a lot of our moms, many becoming at-home teachers on top of everything else. A Middleton mom is getting some much-needed time off and $2,000.
We all need a little break. I think it's so awesome that we can acknowledge some of these moms out there who have had, a really rough time. They're just unbelievable and touching stories.
Anne Mae Minicello is one of 50 winners of Kendra Scott's nationwide Wear It Like a Mom contest. Scott, a Wisconsin native and jewelry maker, selected 50 moms from photos of their real-life mom moments on social media. Each is being granted a PTO fund to help support personal time off just for them and their mental health. Just another way to say thank you to our moms ahead of Mother's Day. I love that, and we'll have some time to celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow without some rain, it seems like.
Yeah, most of the rain tonight is staying to our south. Temperatures are already in the middle 40s, but the cloud cover will keep them up. So look for overnight low temperatures, upper 30s to lower 40s. Mother's Day high temperature around 58 with just a slight chance for a shower. Temperatures warming up, though, and by next weekend, we're in the 70s.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.